Well, this is another discussion that I've thought up. It's about what did Jesus say regarding movies and music? Well, but back in Bible times, there were no tape recordings, CDs, vinyl records, nothing of the sort, and there were no movies either. But the principles of what you should and shouldn't watch or listen to can be found in the scriptures, and if you look into them. And Jesus said, "Woe to the world because of the stumbling blocks. Of course, it is inevitable that stumbling blocks will come, but woe to the man through whom the stumbling block comes. If then your hand or your foot makes you stumble, cut it off and throw it away from you. It is better for you to enter into life maimed or lame than to be thrown with 2 hands or 2 feet into the everlasting fire. Also, if your eye makes you stumble, tear it out and throw it away from you. It is better for you to enter one-eyed into life than to be thrown with 2 eyes into the fiery Gehenna." Well, Jesus wasn't actually talking about hell referring to hell in these, when he said everlasting fire and fiery Gehenna. He was talking about this incinerator in Jerusalem, where what he meant by everlasting fire was that the fire in this incinerator was never put out, and it was where the bodies of criminals who were considered unworthy of burial were thrown into it, and it was called Gehenna. But well, what he's trying to say is, if something is a stumbling block to you, get rid of it. It's better to be without this stumbling block than to receive punishment, whatever this punishment is, whether it's ended up being thrown into this Gehenna like they were back then, or you know what I mean, or the everlasting punishment that the Bible says is going to come on sinners. And he's saying if you feel something is a stumbling block, get rid of it. If you've got something in your home that you feel is bringing demonic influence into it, you should get rid of it. Just throw it out. Whether it's a film or music, or just get rid of it. And I know I've got a few problems. You know what I mean? I've got a condition known as Asperger's syndrome, and when I was in my early 20s, my dad wanted to get rid of a lot of my records because, you know what I mean? I think with modern music, it's a very difficult thing it is a very difficult thing for a lot of parents to understand. With films, you can tell about what the contents are. You can get an idea what the contents are of a film by reading the description on the back of it, and looking at the rating of it, and looking at the front cover of it. But with records, it's much more difficult because modern music, it's a thing that a lot of parents tend to be more ignorant of it. They don't listen to a lot of it, and they don't know whether it's any good for their child or not. Really, it's something that a lot of them can be doubtful about. You know what I mean? When they were younger, there was the odd little bit of pop music that they liked, but as time went on, they didn't listen to it the same, and sometimes if their child listens to it, they don't know whether it's doing them any good or not. That's what the situation is with music. It's worse than what it is with films, really, because it's as I've said, but it's a thing that's more difficult to understand. But I haven't got a mum or dad now. You know what I mean? I haven't got anyone telling me I should get rid of this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? I've not got. I live on my own. I live on my own, free to do what I want. That's all in the past. But Jesus was basically saying, if something is a stumbling block to you, if you've got something, just get rid of it, chuck it away. That's what he was saying. That's what he said. Just, you know what I mean? Have a look through your film collection, your record collection, and weigh up for yourself whether it's doing you any good or not. Anyway, but as regards hell, whether the Bible actually teaches whether there's a hell or not, that's something for another discussion. I don't know if any of us have heard of Bill Weiss. He claims he's actually been there and seen the resurrected bodies of dead people who were all aflame and screaming in agony. But that's something for another discussion. You know what I mean? We can have another discussion about the doctrine of hellfire, whether it's the scriptures make it quite clear that there is such a place or not, and also I'll have a discussion on a few of the films that I've seen in the past and why I don't think they are suitable fare for a Christian. I'll have a few discussions on that as well. So one discussion opens the way for another, basically. So I'll be looking forward to putting these discussions on here. Anyway, bye.